Hey everyone, welcome to Rambling Hour with Lisa, Season 21, Episode 11, coming to you live from the dining room. I don't know where to position myself for you to be able to see that I have candles burning in there. But if I move myself over to the side, then it's like off-centered. But anyways, here I am in the dining room, and I have some things in store for us today. So, that's me trying to back up my chair all the way. So, and I do have a little table that I'm going to pull forward. I'm just using one of the dining room chairs here. Dining room table's like right there. So, and this is like a sideboard that I don't know what to do with. And this is a really nice big besom that I got from my friend Samantha. So that is sitting, I don't know where to put it yet. I had it by the front door, but I thought I would look at it over in this corner because this corner is kind of naked, but it's kind of too tall for there. So, let me first go on to my iPad to make sure my sound's good. You know, I could have this set up beforehand, but as we know, I like to leave everything to the last minute. Not always. Actually, I'm pretty prepared today because we have things that we're going to do, things that I had to collect from nature and the craft room and stuff so we could make something. Oh, and I was going to look up the days for Beltane. It's at the end of the month. So does it start, is it the 21st to the 30th? Or is it the third? No, it's the 30th to the May 6th, something like that. So Beltane has like May Day in it when you have the maypole. Well, actually, let me look it up on here. First, my goggles. It says slow connection. If it says that again, I'll shut off my internet. Oh, first, let me check our sound, and then I'll look it up on here. Otherwise, you guys are just seeing movement and no sound. Yep, sound. Movement. So, let me look up the dates for Beltane, which, if you're unfamiliar, is one of the 8 Sabbats of pagans. Not all pagans are witches, and not all witches are pagan. FYI. Okay, how do I need to use this iPad more. Because what's the point of having something if you don't use it, right? Use it or lose it. I guess I use it every week for this, but I used to watch Netflix a lot and stuff like that, but now I just listen to stuff on my, like, books and podcasts and stuff. Okay, what am I doing? Beltane. I'm typing, but it's not. I'm waiting for the search bar to catch up. There it has the B there. Okay, 2026. So Beltane is on May 1st. Okay, Beltane 2026 takes place on Friday, May 1st, 2026 in the Northern Hemisphere, marking the midpoint between spring equinox and summer solstice. And then it starts talking about some festivals. Edinburgh Fire Festival. No, okay, so May 1st, but people that celebrate, people who celebrate this 8 Sabbats, they celebrate up to the date. So people who celebrate it are getting ready now for Beltane. So, well, I think we should start with the craft, because so much of the stuff I have piled over here is for the craft. So I'm going to get my table. I don't want to knock down my ring light. Oh, you guys can't see my table. I might tilt you down. But the first thing that we're going to do is I have these. I've got my handy dandy cauldron with my craft stuff in it. So the things that I need in here right now are wire. Although if you don't want to use wire, my first few wreaths that I've made, my first one is up over there above the window. And my second one is right above the fireplace here. Scooch. That's a really big one. I don't know what to do with them. But the second one I used some wire on, I think, or some, but the first one I didn't use wire. I just use the wispy ends of the whips, but you have to, but that's because I made the first one out of, or was it made out of? This is wisteria. So in Canada, you can use willow or whatever you can get whips of, but this is wisteria because wisteria sends all these shoots out, and the ones on top are great. That's where you want it, but it'll send it out along the bottom as well, and those ones we don't want. So I've cut some off literally like just a few hours ago, or not even. So this is the thickest part of the whip. So I'm just going to break it inside a little bit, not much, because I don't want to actually have a bend like that. So I don't want to break it. I mean, that's already broken there. So really I could just break it off there, cut it. But anyways, I'm just, because this one, we might not even need all the whips that I brought in. We're only going to make a small wreath about that big. Yeah, so about 6 inches inside. How do I, you know what, how to know what 6 inches is or 12 inches? A sub, like a Subway sub. So a 6-inch sub or a foot long sub if they raise the bread properly, like raise their bread. You know what I mean? Like when it rises. So this is where, if you're starting off, you could put some wire right there to hold it, or you could just start putting the end of your whip. And in this case, I am going to cut it. I didn't bring scissors. Oh yeah, I do have scissors here because I have for when we do this is a cute little jar. I don't remember if I got this as a gift with the scissors. It says gardening, but this is like garden twine. So these little tiny, oh yeah, that might not work for this. Although it is just a little bit of the skin that's hanging on. Shouldn't use these twine scissors for there. So where am I? Set that down. And then this one's smaller now. So like I said, yes, I could use a little piece of wire and hold it, or you just put the end of your whip in and twist there. Do you see? And then this first one doesn't have to be really tight together. I'm just making the circle. So even there's a second one, I'm still holding those ends together, or wire or string if you want. But if you're going all natural, you can also use different types of grass and stuff that are strong, or reed that is like, that can work as string. So there, see, that's already going to hold that now. You can always shape these better later before they dry, like have them on something that makes them more round. So I'm just going to keep tucking this in like that all the way around. And when you get to the end, see, this is where this is so straight like that. So you can just give it a little bit of bend in it, like a little, like just breaks it a little bit inside, not enough to break the whole thing, but just to give it the shape that you are aiming for. And when you have the end, you can tuck it in between two things if necessary. I'm going to leave that one there. It doesn't really need to be tucked in. It'll get wrapped again when we put our next layer on. But this is the, or again, you can put your ends, you can use another piece of wire to hold that in place again if you want. So let me take this littler whip. It's really skinny. Well, I guess it's hard for you to tell the difference of the thickness. So I'll start this one. You can start it by tucking it in to any of the grooves that you see. So that like, again, you can use wire and tie it in, or just do what I just did and tuck it in. And then I'm still holding that. Okay, this one just broke because I'm guessing this was one that was already on the ground there. It's not fresh. So I'm not going to be using that. Let's use the end of this one that I have on the ground. I'll just keep going with that. Stick it in there because there's a big hole there. Actually, I'm going to bend it a little bit. I haven't made one this small before. Oh, I just broke it. Try again. Bend, 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 bend. We can, if you don't want to use that bit, you don't have to. I don't care right now because I'm just showing you guys how to do this. So if I want, I can make a different one. I also have like I said, you don't have to use wisteria. I have outside there, it's called Russian vine, climbing Russian vine, and it is a whippy as well. So, and it grows lots. So if I wanted to cut some of that off, even if you wanted to use it with this, like if it's thinner. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put some, what's happening here? Wire, because my hand's cramping up. So find my end of my wire. You know what? This would also be better if I had my glasses on. I'm getting warm too. All right. How long do I want this piece of wire? Great. So now that I have my glasses on and I'm getting hot, they're fogging up. There's this is gardening wire, but you can get like a flower. Is it, what would it be called? Like, it's for flower arranging. What are florist wire? Is that what it's called? I mean, they sell wire for lots of different projects and stuff. So it's just thin wire. And on a lot of pliers and stuff like that, you'll notice inside there's like these little clips that clip right together like that. That's wire cutters, if you didn't already know that. Okay. Like I said, I've made bigger wreaths, so with this whippy being so thick, it's hard to work with it on a small wreath. We can do it though. Gentle, Lisa, gentle. There we go. Put it through again. I mean, this wreath is almost, big enough anyways already. And I did think about bringing some ivy in and wrapping ivy around it for the season. But again, depending where you live in Canada, you might not have ivy there either. Okay, just a little bit. Bend, bend, bend. Not too much. I don't want to crack it. I'm just going to set this out of the way. I'm scared that I'm going to knock the jar. I did that yesterday. I just moved my table in when I was like sitting down to watch TV with Steve. My table that I work at in the living room, I pulled it in towards me again, and my 2-liter water jug that I've been drinking water out of slipped off the table, smashed on the ground, water everywhere, and because it cracked. So now I've lost my 2-liter nice water jug. And I didn't really, I kind of did because he showed me that it cracked, but my brain wasn't thinking all the water was on the ground until Steve went and got the mop and stuff to clean up all the water. And then I looked under my feet and I was like, oh wow, there's water everywhere. That broke again, but that's okay because like this is a good size already. I don't need to make it bigger than this. And even if I was, it might be just to hide the, so I'm going to tuck this little end in there. Oops, I didn't mean to break it. I meant to tuck it in. So there we go. There's that end too. I can, because it's tucked on the inside, I might be able just to trim that off. But I don't have the right tool to trim it right now, so we'll ignore it. You can see the wire there, but because we're going to use ribbons, we could probably cover the wire with ribbon. So I guess I'll throw that over there. I still have another whip, so I can make another one of these, but that's okay. So then this is a block of wood, obviously. It's not totally level when it sits. It kind of is lopsided. This was from Owen. He has a big log of it in the garage. I think it's, what kind of wood is this? I don't know. It might be holly. I can't remember. He had it to make for a project that he made for his dad. He made him this thing that sits in our room, and it has a ruin on for, I don't know if it's for protection or to help him sleep or whatever. I can't remember. But this is a piece of that. I think it's holly. Anyways, this is one that I have. But you can use anyone. You can buy from craft stores. You can buy the slices of wood, the round slices of wood. And then this, I just pulled this stuff together today from stuff that I had. So honestly, like, this is really old. I tried to cut it on the bottom, but it's so dry because it's like, it was in with my stakes to stake plants up and stuff. So, but any post will do. I had like a nice one in the art stuff, but that was too perfect. And I wanted it to be more rustic, like we found everything outside. So I did bring the extension lead, but I didn't plug in my glue gun. So give me un momento. I need to get a glue gun mat, guys, remind me. Because every time I use this, I make a mess. What can I use right now? I'll use this plate. Should come off of that easier than the table or the placemat or whatever. And I am going to have a sip of I decided to use this for my teacup today. My cup and, oh, I'm down there. My cup and saucer. It's from Witch Casket. It's beautiful. I love it. I didn't need to tilt you guys that much. Ugh. Okay. So we're just waiting for the glue gun to heat up. While we're doing that, I brought the twine in for, now you can use twine or you can use like hemp twine or something. This is just gardener's twine, and honestly, this, if it's outside stuff, it actually like disintegrates after a year, which is fine because that's what you want in the garden. But if you want something stronger, if you're not making it just for a season, then you can use hemp twine or whatever. I just like the jar that this is in and thought it would be cute for the live. So I'm going to tie this on to here on one end. And then it's going to be like this. And then again, the other way. Maybe not that. Maybe even, yeah, actually about there. So then I'm going to cut it and tie it straight across. Remember, figure of 8 when you tie top over bottom, bottom over top, or vice versa. Figure of 8 knot will keep it locked so it doesn't slide and move. So that, I'll cut that tail off after. And then I'm going to do it the other way, that from here to here. And you want it to be like the same so that it's not leaning like that because it's longer, but we'll do the balancing act after. In true Lisa fashion, I have only looked this up. I have not actually made this before. You'll be intrigued to know, if you don't live in the UK, that actually Catholicism, the Catholic Church, and Christianity did not take away all pagan beliefs, because having the maypole and doing these different pagan things, lots of places, that's why it, like, once I looked up when Beltane was, then it started telling me all the festivals and everything, because lots of people still practice these things. And there's lots of our traditions that come from pagan festivals, whether you realize it or not. So I'm going to cut it. Even if I have little short things left, I use them in different projects. And as ties in the garden and stuff, so nothing gets wasted. So this is where I need to I'm going to flip that over there like that. But I want this to be super balanced, like when I tie this. So give me a second. I'm just going to do one knot, and then before I do my second knot, I'll make sure it's it might be easier if you have somebody to help you with this step. And I want this to be over this way more. That's about right. So I can do my second knot. Okay, so we have that. Now I'll set that to the side, and our glue. Did I make sure that oh yeah, it is warming up. It's just not hot yet. I was like, the plug sockets in England, each plug socket has a little switch beside it to turn the plug socket on itself. And so I was like, I plugged the extension lead into the plug socket, and I plugged this into the extension lead, but I didn't know if I switched it on. But I did, so give that another moment to heat up. We're going to glue this on here, like so. And then this is going to sit on top. That's why I didn't know if it would work or not, but I left the top with all these little sticky out branches because I was going to cut it straight where you could just glue it right on the top, but I thought these little sticky out branches might be okay as long as this will still, might not spin as well with the, I wonder if I should have made it smaller. No, that's good, because then, yeah, I think this will be good for our maypole. Okay, so I'll take this off for now. And yeah, I have enough glue. I'm going to hold it so that while it cools off, it's the angle that I want it, which is straight up and down. Hopefully that will work. So how is everybody? How has your week been? Yes, I've still been doing my workouts. Today will be day 15 of my workouts. That means I've been doing it for over 2 weeks, and 15 is half of 30 for the 30-day shred. So it's also 30 days away from when we take off to Canada. So I need to do a countdown for that, which means I'll have 45 days of my workout in before we go to Canada. Okay, so that is glued on. Ta-da! I'm going to let that dry more over yonder. And in the meantime, while that is drying, we're going to take this little guy, and I could use that. Anyways, what we're going to do now is, okay, so I have a lot of ribbon. Every time there's a piece of ribbon, you know I don't like waste, so every time there's a piece of ribbon or whatever, I keep it, and then I put it on these things and I organize it in. So I do have lots in here, and some of them are shorter than others. So I do have all the colors that we could use, but in saying how I keep all this is what I have right now. Those aren't the right type of ribbons. And this is ribbons that need to be, oh, there might not be ribbons in here right now. Oh, there's more wire. This is stuff that needs to be organized. There's a ribbon, but that's a big one. And this is string. So let me just dump this out over here and see if there's ribbon in here. Otherwise, I will just get it out of the And that's material there. So is any of this what we're looking for? Like there's this one, and that's a short one. But that's the great thing about your, well, that's a short one too. The great thing about your, I mean, you can iron ribbon as well. So if it's not straight, then like this one here, I could iron that so that it stays flat. And it depends how flowy you want yours too. But with all your bits and bobs and different ribbons, you can put them on. Now you can make it match if you want. You can have them all different. You can have whatever you like. I don't think there's enough in here specifically because some of them are just little pieces like this too. So, and I want them longer than that. So we're going to look through. I'm going to look for colors that go with spring. So purples, pinks, like pastel colors maybe. Where are my glasses? But I also don't want this to take too long. So, I mean, I could use that pink that's over there. So let's see. I'm going to try, I want a certain thickness and I want some smaller pieces to use up. So this one here, how long is that? Now these are the same thing I just said, like because they've been wrapped around here like this for so long, they'd probably be better with an iron. So what I might do is just show you guys, do a couple of them and then show you guys, and then I'll finish it later and I'll iron. I actually do have a little iron that is like really tiny, like it's like this, and it's for crafting. So I have this pink ribbon too. That's a bit thick. I wanted it thinner than that, but I could use this. Where was that other one? That was over here. Oh yeah, right here. There's this pink ribbon. That'll be perfect. I'll use this one to show you guys. Hopefully it's a bit straighter. So I want them, our maypole is pretty tall. So how long do I want them to hang down? Let's take this, put this on. It's not. Okay, I'll straighten that out later. I have to take it off again anyways to make it balanced. Yeah, so about there. Why did I not bring scissors for this project? And you could hang strings, you can hang anything off of your maypole. And so here, now you could sew this on with a stitch. You could use a piece of tape, which is already on there. So I'm going to use that to hold it on. Oh, that didn't work because the tape. You could glue them, which I don't want to do until I iron them. However you want to join it there. So there, and then you just hang more. Somebody is, Tina, now weather is finally getting warmer here. Oh, nice. Weather is finally getting warmer here, Tina said. So yeah, this, like, as you can see, this will have different color, ribbons, and it'll hang, and you do them all the way around. And I will take a picture and add it to this after we're done, but we have other things to do. So that's our maypole. And then once you have all your ribbons hanging pretty down from the edge of this, I wonder if I could just tuck some of them in real quick to get the, just stick them in so we can get the idea. Come on, little guy, get in there. Somebody made the thing too tight. Where's the one there? So once you have your ribbons all on your maypole, then when you can, oh, Tina says, Fee wants to say, that looks so cool. Thanks, Fee. It'll look even better when it's done. So once you have all your ribbons on, you can you do this with your maypole. And then when you let it go, the ribbons will swing all around like so. So that is how a maypole is made. And I will finish that after, but we have a lot of other fun stuff. So I'm going to unplug the glue gun for now because, you know, it just keeps melting and wasting glue. If you just tuned in and didn't see the making of the maypole, then you can start from the beginning again after this posts. Speaking of Beltane, I have the 8th and final set for me of the Seasons of the Witch Oracle deck. The Beltane Oracle is the one that I was missing. It's Beltane coming up, so we'll do a card pull from there after. But, okay, so Steve, this comes up in my feed, and I don't know if you can get this anywhere but the UK, but they'll have equivalents there too. And I seen the commercials and stuff for it, and then Steve asked me about it, and I said, it seems really nice, but kind of expensive, and I don't know that it's necessary, but he wanted to try it out because he knows that I like nice smells in the house, like air fresheners and candles and incense and different things. So it's called Purdy and Fig, and he just got it. So I thought, well, might as well show you guys on my live, even though I have looked at it. So it comes in a nice box. Spring your home back to life. Comes in this nice box, quite big, and it comes with triple the love for your Lou. It comes with some cloths that say Purdy and Fig, some glass spray bottles. One has a rubber bottom and one doesn't, so you know which one, I guess, that you put the stuff in, and then some different essential oils, and I'm pretty sure you can choose the essential oils as Steve did. And this is Purdy and Fig. It's called, I need to put my glasses on. Hang on. So now that I've shown you guys this, I can take it all out of the box and I'll use it and see what it's like. This is called Eau de Lou, and this is so Lou is another word for the toilet here, the bathroom. And everything smells so good in here already. The essential, oh, I love lemongrass. This is lime and lemongrass. I could just sniff this even if I don't use it. That's just, directions for use. Dispense several drops into the loo bowl after flushing. Add a few drops to your basin to refresh your whole bathroom. Your basin is your sink. So I thought it was maybe like that. I have the other stuff, what's it called again? Poopery. Poopery. It's the stuff that you spray onto the water before you do a poops. And it makes like an oil film, a nice smelling oil film. And then the smell of the poo stays underneath that oil film and doesn't come out. So, but this is, that is really nice. So it's got a dropper in it. So we'll try that in the bathroom and I'll let you know how it is. The ones that Steve got, that's nice because I read this, but I never smelt any of them. But this, he's got 3 bottles of lime and lemongrass, bathroom bliss. And they, in here, it tells you. So the scents that they have. Oh, they don't talk to you about the lime and lemongrass, do they? Lemon and marjoram, grounding vetiver, patchouli and cedarwood, peppermint and eucalyptus, sea fennel and salt, uplifting citrus. Out with the cold, in with the new. Prepare to wake up from hibernation and throw open the windows to a booming world in bloom. It's finally time to shake off those winter blues. Your new spring ritual is here. Charged with the power of nature on the rise, you'll discover thundering waves in every spritz and invigorating aromas in every scent. Ready to wipe the slate clean? So Purdy and Fig Academy. New to Purdy and Fig? Read on for our top tips to make the most of your membership. Flawless finishes. Spray directly into your dry cloth, then buff your surfaces to perfection. Lasting scent. Swap your scent every now and then to avoid nose blindness. Less is more. 2 or 3 sprays is all you need for a fantastic finish and lasting scent. It says somewhere in here, Maybe it's this one. Oh, here, this one says the power of 3. Lavish your loo with all natural cleaning power of bathroom bliss and odor-busting eau de loo. Trust us, your nose will thank us later. Now available in 3 sensational scents for more variety than ever. Refreshing your bathroom has never been so easy. Membership exclusive, sea fennel and pine. Stir up your senses with the revitalizing scent of waves along the shoreline. Membership exclusive coming May 1st. Basil and spearmint, or basil if you're from North America. Whisk your loo away with the sweet scent of mocktails on the beach. And then lime and lemongrass. Refresh in a flash with a hint of tropics with our original citrusy scent. Oh, it's on here. I was like, I read somewhere the instructions. Here, 3 simple steps. Pour the whole 20 ml concentrate into your bottle for life. Fill to the neck with tap water and gently shake to mix together. Spray onto the surfaces around the home and find it quite enjoyable. But I also read somewhere that, where did I read that you spray, for the sprays, all you need to spray directly into your dry cloth, then buff your surfaces. That must be where I read it. Yes, so you can spray it on your Pretty and Fig cloths too, and then wipe things down. So the scents that Steve got for the bathroom bliss, he got lime and lemongrass, which we already know I love. And then sea fennel and salt, counter clean. Lemon and marjoram, counter clean. And peppermint and eucalyptus, counter clean. So that's for the kitchen or wherever. And let's see, sea fennel and salt. It's a seasonal scent. This is where land meets sea, with roaring waves and sea spray in every spritz. Opening with a burst of eucalyptus and cardamom, sea fennel and rosemary take center stage before a woody finish of cedar, sandalwood, and vetiver. Let me tell you what it smells like. I know I don't have smell-o-vision here, but so I don't know how exciting this is, but it smells clean. It smells nice and earthy. It smells like they said, wood. I could see myself in a like a beach house with the nice wood, like a natural wood smell in a nice beach house. Yeah, that's what I smell. And lemon and marjoram. It's a seasonal scent, brimming with the aromas of the Mediterranean coast. This is citrus, but not as you know it. Sharp lemon gives way to a herbaceous trio of gorgeous heart notes. Woody marjoram, earthy clary sage, and sweet palmarosa. It's an interesting smell. It's all right. It smells clean too. It smells good. I think I could see my house smelling like that. I'd have to try it to see what it smells like. But it's subtle but nice. It's not overwhelming or overpowering at all. And then also, if you're a witchy person and into that kind of stuff, you can look up the meanings of all the different herbs and use them accordingly. So this one is peppermint and eucalyptus, which I know the smell of both of those things. That reminds me of the bathroom, but mostly because eucalyptus is good to open your, sinuses and stuff when you're ill. Peppermint and eucalyptus, blended with sweet lavender, woody oregano, and 4 more aromatic botanicals to create the exhilarating sensation of a cool winter breeze. This is seasonal as well. Clean your home from top to bottom to release a breath of fresh air into every room. So that is Pretty and Fig. I'll let you guys know next week what it's like in my house, if the scent lasts, if I like it better than the air fresheners that I need to change the batteries on and everything else. Yeah, I'll let you know. So let me just take a sip of my drink again out of my Witch Casket teacup. And then we'll open this Witch Casket because, Tina says, those sound lovely and fun to spice up your cleaning. I know that's, yeah, part of the reason I said no to Steve as well is because I think about those things as like the last things you do when everything's nice and clean, and then you like spray and you wipe and you make things like smell nice because you're in a clean room and it smells nice. But as you know, as a mother as well, clean rooms, you might have one clean room and then you get it smelling nice. And then you go to clean the next room and that room's already getting messed up. So it's like, it's hard for me to think of like the burning the candles or the lasting scent in a room that's not clean or that won't stay clean for long. So, but I gotta get over that and just like have a nice smelling room, even if there's a bit of mess, or as Steve calls it, he doesn't call it a mess, he calls it a lived-in home. I noticed that this was squished on the bottom. That doesn't usually happen, but hopefully that hasn't wrecked anything. So, witch casket, my beautiful monthly subscription. So as I said, this came a couple days ago, but I thought I might as well save it for Sunday anyway, so you guys can see my treasures with me. This month is the Witch's Home, which is great for what we're talking about, spring cleaning and the Purdy and Fig. Tina says, yeah, I would never be able to use mine if I was saving it as the last thing. I know. I gotta get over that. And just like enjoy the scents. But that's just me. This is the same thing with like fresh flowers. I always think like fresh flowers would look great in a clean room, right? So they're like the finishing touch as well on the table or whatever. But who's to say you can't have fresh flowers even to brighten up a messy room? So, especially if they're reduced, like clearance flowers, they're the best. The Witch's Home, April 2026, Witch Casket. Hello, our beautiful family of witches. Thank you so much for subscribing to our April Witch Casket. This month, we honor the Witch's Home. Inside this casket, you'll find magical tools and decorative curiosities to add magic and splendor to your home. Before you begin, please take a moment to read through this pamphlet so you can familiarize yourself with your new treasures and how to use them in your craft. We are endlessly grateful when you share your magic with us online. So thank you for tagging your post #WitchCasket. It fills our hearts with joy to see your creativity, your stunning photography, and the ways you welcome our casket items into your sacred spaces. You make us feel truly blessed to be creating magic for you. We are already working hard on your May Witch Casket. We're putting our hearts and souls into making it absolutely perfect for you. Until next time, be well, Deb and Ella. That's mother and daughter. So that is, and the art in everything. Like, if I wanted to, I could rip this up and use this in, I mean, you could frame that. If that's your style for a room, you could use it in scrapbooking or your journal or what, like the art is on every page and just like so much. And then, sorry, on the back, they always put like people's pictures like that have tagged them. #Witch Casket feature. If you think it's like something that is worthy. And one of them is a little kitty cat inside of by At My Enchanted Life and Me. And the kitty cat's in the Witch Casket box in the middle. I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to make it like clear there. Cute. Just making sure I didn't miss any. Okay, so let's see what we have. So there's always the postcard art with the manifesting on the back. Is my camera blurry? It just looks like things are blurry. So that's cute. Look at the cup spilling. It smells good. Talking about things smelling good. Happy Home Charm Bag Kit contains all you need to create a magical charm to raise the vibrations of your home and attract happiness. And I'm just going to look in the book to see what's in there. I don't like opening them until I'm ready to do them. So I'll just see what's in there. But I don't want to read too much ahead because I don't want to see what everything is. Charm bag. Contains all you need to magically raise the vibration of your home and happiness. Here's what lies in yellow charm bag: rose petals, jasmine flower, orange peel, and full instructions. All right. Okay, so that's that. What else do we have? Where to start? We always get a scroll, which I love, and I put them in a book. So our scroll here is simple ways to protect your home: bells, crystals, iron nails, sigils, boundary salts, garland, and door wash. So that is, I need to find out where she gets her paper too. I can't find this type of parchment paper. I've looked. Whoa, it went on the floor. Okay, this is on top. So we'll look at this. So many cute bags. I don't know what to do with all of them. Everything in my house could be witchy, but I don't know if that would be too much for the rest of the family. Like if you opened every cupboard and something was in a witchy bag. This is Craft Your Own Altar Besom Kit. So this is going to be a little bit smaller than that one behind me. So a besom is like your broom, your witch's broom, a symbol of banishing and cleansing. Altar besoms can be used to metaphorically sweep away negative energy from your altar before you start your spell work. This ritual broom can also be used to direct your energy and cast protective circles. You will need pine wood twigs / sticks, jute twine, so that's like this twine, pentacle charm, and jute ribbon. But I believe they're saying you need all those things, but I'm pretty sure it's all in here. Yeah. So, banish. Wait, did I just read that? Bundle your. Oh, we have included example. Yep. So they show you how to make it on here. That's cool. And then you can keep it in the bag, and then you use it, and you just sweep away the energy of your altar before you start your work. An enamel pin. And look at the art on the back of this card as well. It's like tattoo-y this month, the artwork. Oh, there's a little black cat in a window. No kitties for me right now. When I love patches. This is like, even when I went and saw Blue October, one of the things I bought from the merch table is patch, like embroidered patches. So we got that nice patch. Beautiful. All right, here is a home blessing wall plaque. And if you guys have seen me open these things before, you know that even their boxes are all beautiful, and I'm going to have to do some crafting with the boxes and stuff eventually too. Look, tissue paper for crafts as well, or for keeping things from breaking. What did I say this was? Home blessing wall plaque. Oh, that's cute. Bless this space with love and light, and welcome many blessings bright. A rose to invite joy and calm, and keep my loving home from harm. Harm? I guess it doesn't have to rhyme perfectly. What do you guys think? It's got like gold. That's why I kind of like hesitated. I mean, I could rub that off with a different color, but that's just me. Because gold does have its own symbolism and everything else, but I'm just not a gold person. But I do like it. Okay. What else? Spell candle selection. These high quality spell candles can be used as blah, 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 ritual, use color. Oh, that's why I was opening it to see the colors, but it says white for cleansing, purifying, substitute for any color, black for banishing, hex breaking, gray for balance, stability, and decision making. And okay, so there was a time that candles were expensive, and even a time before that, they didn't really exist necessarily, you know, wax and everything. So not everybody has to do candle magic, but for those who do candle magic, they will go through a lot of candles. Some people even use like birthday candles to do their candle magic, but that's why you can't have too many candles if you do candle magic. Which is grounding incense. Now, how is this is this like the bewitching blend of sandalwood and patchouli? Light the incense and affirm, in incense smoke and fire glow, I ground myself to earth below. Incense holders and ash catchers only. But I can't tell. Is this like, why is it so small? Is it the, yeah, I think it's the, yeah, it is. I can feel it now. The, what do you call them? Triangle little things. The, guys, my brain. They look like a triangle. Cone incense? That's what it's called, right? Like the shape of a cone. Oh, I'll tell you about the embroidered patch as well, because I thought there might be more meaning to that. Where am I? Incense. Yeah, it doesn't say, but I think it's called cone incense. The embroidered patch when we decided to create an embroidered patch, we chose the Three of Swords for its iconic imagery. However, you may notice that one of our swords is upside down. This is because we wanted to be sure to represent the positive aspects of this card, including healing, recovery, and overcoming. So when they talk about the Three of Swords, they're talking about the tarot cards. Okay, what else do we have in here? And I'd be happy to know that the squish box hasn't wrecked anything, not even the box that was in that corner. This is Pine Spell Candle Holder and Drawer. Cute. So you put your candle in there, and it's got a little drawer. I could keep even the incense cones in there. And then obviously all their candles that they give you fit into their candle holders as well, although it's just standard small candle. You can buy them from Amazon as well if you run out. Enchanting Folding Wall Shelf. This reminds me of things that I saw when I was a kid in my sister Melody's, like friends' houses that were more witchy. So you put it up like this. It was folding, so, you know, like IKEA, so it's flat packed to send in here. But and there you go, a wall shelf. And it's not gold, it's wood. And then you can put your little trinkety things on there. And that is all for this month's Witch Casket. Now, I ordered these cards, not the Beltane ones, but these, the Comfy Cozy Witch. I listened to her podcast, the Comfy Cozy Witch, and I ordered these months and months and months ago, but they said they wouldn't be here till August. Don't ask me why. But they finally came actually the same day that my Beltane ones came a couple days ago. So, and I haven't opened them. So because it's the same thing, I just thought, well, I'll open them on my live. So I've been waiting forever for these. Her name is Jenny Blonde. And like I said, I listened to her podcast. So, I should do the, and then Comfy Cozy Witch, which is all about home, right? Comfy and Cozy, the Oracle. This is the book that goes with it. And these are the cards. The cards look like more standard size than the box. Like the box is bigger, so I thought, but that's just how they fit in there. So, would you guys want to do a card pull with these and then with the Beltane ones? And then I will let you guys go. I need to do my workout for day 15 and finish my May poll and call it a day. So I want to keep these the same way. So I'm going to just do, again, I'm going to just do the 3-card spread with you guys. Just what I do, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You can do other ones too, like it doesn't have to be past, present, future. But what I want you to do right now, we're doing 2 different decks. So let's do the one for the Comfy Cozy Witch. Let's do that with self-care and your home or things that make you feel good and everything else. So think of a question that you want answered or some more clarity in some situation in your life or whatever. And that's what these cards will refer to. The way that these things work, even though it's weird, like with horoscopes and card pulls and everything else, like how can, say 50 people are watching, how can these cards that are pulled be for every single person? Well, when I show you the cards, each of you are going to get different things of the card, something that stands out to you. But also, if you're watching this week or like live or whenever, then the universe is probably guiding you to this for a reason. So there might be something in this episode that you needed to see, maybe even the cards specifically, or if you were to get the message that I had last week, then something would guide you to watch that episode, and then they might be more relevant to you. But that's kind of how it works. So it's like when a song comes on, or, you know, the way that the universe works, it guides you towards those things, so you get the messages that you need when you need them. So I do have a table there, but it's a bit, so let's do a 3-card spread. I am just going to cut the deck there, and then I'm going to do 3 from the top. And the first card is the past. So with this is, like I said, think of a question that has to do with your self-care, your well-being, your home, your safe place, whether it's literally your home or your loved one's arms or whatever is your safe place. And then I'll give you a minute to think of something. And then when we use the Beltane cards, we'll do that more for general life question. So ready? Self-care. This is our past. So past is altar, divination, magic. So I'll look up what these mean in the book, and I'll do that now. So I'll explain again that when you're starting out with an oracle deck, you can use the book as a guide, but don't count out your intuition. Look at the cards, see what colors stand out to you, what things on there stand out to you. The pestle and mortar stands out to me because I want to put all my pestles and mortars together in the kitchen and the cupboard together. So is there a number on this card? No. Is this in alphabetical order then? Possibly. Yes. Altar. Here we go. Altar, divination, magic. My altar is a space of magic and spiritual connection. Message. A dedicated altar space is one of the most important tools to a magical practice and represents a witch's connection to the divine. Altars come in all shapes and sizes, whether a large antique hutch cupboard or a small kitchen windowsill. The sacredness of the altar remains the same. Sacred. The altar card is urging you to connect or reconnect with your altar space, especially if it's been a while since you sat in front of it. Make sure all the items on your altar are useful to your practice. Spend time cleansing your altar space with smoke or sound, or your besom, once you make your besom with your besom kit. And if you don't get the witch casket, you can look up how to make besoms online too. It's another thing that you can make with nature out in nature craft. Because our ancestors, when they did these rituals and stuff, they didn't have money for things and stuff. They used what they had. They used nature. So dress it for the current season and thank it for working with you. Treat your altar like a partner in your magic, not like an afterthought. The altar card also asks you to reconnect with your spirit team, your ancestors, and your intuition through any sort of divination that calls to you. Prompt. I love when there's prompts. That helps us for journaling and stuff too. When did I last spend quality time at my altar or connect to a form of divination? How can divination tools enhance my connection to my practice? So again, obviously these cards are witchy cards, so they're going to be more aligned towards witches, but an altar space, I was thinking about that before. You can have an actual altar, but I have many altars in my house. I have my kitchen counter where I do most of my cutting and baking and everything else. And then in the greenhouse I have where I do a lot of my work and my tools are, and, like if I plant seeds and then in those altar spaces, I'll have little things like trinkets or things that, that I like, my little things. But also, so you might have a space like that in your house already, even if you're not witchy. Is there somewhere where you put your little treasures and you look at that place, like they said, a windowsill or a little cabinet in the corner in the living room, or somewhere where your kid brings you a pine cone and you just go and set it in that space so that you can see it and makes you happy, or you have pictures of your loved ones there, or it's just a little space in your house where you just feel like it's a sacred space. So if you don't have that, you can make one. Some people have specific, not working altars to their ancestors necessarily, more of a, what's the word? I just forgot what it's called. I guess you could still call it an altar, but there's another word for it, where you have like a display of people who have passed away and everything else. But so whether you are witchy or not, you probably have a place in your house that is similar to an altar, but it's about not taking that space for granted and appreciating the things that you have on it, and maybe only having things that actually mean something to you in that space instead of rubbish. Or if it's really dusty, you're not caring for those things that mean something to you as much as you should. So that's our past card. So if you've already done that, saying get reconnected with it. Can you see it there? Okay. So this is our present, where we are right now. Remember, this is about self-care and your home and yourself. So right in the present, we have cinnamon, warmth and protection. So I'm going to look up cinnamon. I'm going to look up cinnamon. There it is. Warmth and protection. So I'll let you look at the card. I am surrounded by warmth and a shield of divine protection. Message. The cinnamon card offers a cocoon of warmth, enveloping you in a sense of safety and protection from negativity. It fortifies your soul and spirit, providing a comforting shield against harm, and asks you to contemplate the warmth and protection you've been providing for those around you. This is a time where you are seeking comfort in another, or another is seeking comfort in you. Be open to either. Reach out for help if you need it, and be open to being that shoulder to cry on for someone else. Stir cinnamon into your morning coffee, sprinkle it on your doorstep at each new moon, and use it in any workings where you'd like to invite in warmth and protection. The prompt is there someone who needs my comfort right now? How can I offer warmth and protection to those closest to me? Now, I'm going to take this in that reading because we're asking about stuff for ourselves. I'm going to say that the person who needs it is ourselves. So whether it's you asking for outside help, if you need help, or just giving yourself that shoulder to cry on, hugging yourself, being that for yourself. So that's what I'm going to take from the cinnamon for me, is my present is being what I need for myself, or if I need help, not being afraid to ask for it, not feeling too, like we all deserve help. If we need help, don't be afraid to ask for it. It's absolutely okay. And then this is our future. Future card is based on these and our life right now if we keep the same trajectory that we're going in. So the future is can always change. So this isn't set in stone, but that's what this is. If we stay on this trajectory, we have a bell. Clear and cleanse. So B. We had an A, a C, and a B. Didn't get too far in the alphabet there. Bell. Clear, cleanse. I clear my space and myself from all negativity. Message. The clear tone of the altar bell rings out, cutting through the fog of uncertainty. It is a call to cleanse your mind and spirit and to let go of what no longer serves you. The bell reminds you that just as it clears the air, you have the power to clear and cleanse your own energy. Embrace this moment of purification and allow the clear chime to guide you back to your magical practice and to your center, free from negativity. When the bell card appears, it is asking you to consider what in your life needs a good cleansing. This could be the mundane of cleaning your home, or it could be a call to cleanse your sacred space, your magical tools, or even yourself. Use the vibrational sound energy of a bell to wash away negative energy and to begin anew. The prompt, what in my life needs an energetic cleansing? Interesting, isn't it? How they all go together with what we've been talking about. That's how spirit works. So I'm going to put these cards back. Where's the box? Back away. I made a big mess here. And I'm going to leave these three out so I can take a picture of them. And then I'm going to knock them all down. It's my cauldron. And then we will do the Beltane ones, and then we are at an hour. So, and then like I said, I got to do my workout and I got to finish my, what's it called? Maple. So Beltane, beautiful cards. 8, one for each Sabbath by Lorraine Anderson and Juliet Diaz, and then illustrated by Gayata Rose. So this is the Beltane deck. And as I said at the beginning, the Beltane is the Sabbath between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. Beautiful. Bees and the gold on the edge. And I'm going to shuffle them. Remember, like, sometimes things are a given, but if I haven't told you before, when you have a brand new deck of cards or somebody else has touched your cards or whatever and you want to work with them, you can imagine a little spout on them, draining all the negative energy out or anything that doesn't belong to you. You can also do the smoke, the noise, all the different ways of cleansing but again, in your imagination, even just cleansing all the energy off of these. So only energy in these cards is what you're giving them, your energy, so you can work with them. If you don't believe that energy works like that, tell me if you've ever been standing near someone and even without them saying anything, you just get a bad vibe. It just does not feel good being around that. Or same thing, somebody who you just feel really good around, even if you guys haven't even said anything to each other. That's energy. So what you're doing is filling the cards with your energy, your good vibes. Hopefully your good vibes. Okay, I'll do another cut. Sometimes I go right off the top, but we're going to cut this one. And we're going to do it the same way. So our past. Oh, so remember, this is going to be about our life in general. Just where is life? What are we doing? What do we want? Whatever. So this is based on our past. So if you've thought of your question already, otherwise stop watching here. This will be posted after, but you can have these start again and watch it again, whatever I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's go past. Inner power. Let it be known no will or desire is more powerful than I, embodied. Okay, so 20. Where am I? There. Inner power. Unleashing. Let it be known no will or desire is more powerful than I, embodied. There's more. There's more. Magic is more than a wave of a hand or a chant of words. It's a state of being. Magic is what happens when you are so settled in your power that light radiates from your soul. You shine so bright that the universe sees itself reflected in you. To be a great manifester, you must allow your magic to unfold within your spirit without limitation or hesitation. You have pulled inner power because there is a force within you that you have held back for too long. To access this power, you must learn to trust in your sacred gifts. Don't question the signs when they come. If something feels significant, that's because it is. And if something feels like a divine message, that's because the universe intentionally chose this pathway, knowing it would grab your attention. Each whisper you embrace brings you one step closer to unleashing the totality of your manifestation power. Additionally, you are in a cycle of manifestation when this card comes to a reading. Do not let this pass you by, for it is your power that drew this good fortune to you. Okay, and then, so I'm going to take that for me because it's based on my past and stuff too, is saying like we've always had it inside of us. Everything we need is inside of us. It's always been there. We just need to reconnect with it. So this is our present where we are right now. It's upside down. Indulge. 19. You are worth every desire, every dream. Demand what is yours. Demand what you need. In a nice way. Saying that you're worth it. You are worth every desire. It says the same thing. Every dream. Demand what is yours. Demand what you need. And then, so self-worth. Beltane is a natural time of indulgence, when the earth offers a feast for both eyes and stomachs, as spring comes alive and expands in bursts of colors and blooms. Like Mother Earth, you too will come alive when you indulge yourself. Indulgence doesn't necessarily mean eating an entire box of chocolates, though sometimes this may be required. The most productive way to indulge yourself is to acknowledge your worth and needs. Demand what is yours by giving to yourself first. Do you always put others before yourself? Are you working hard to fulfill someone else's dreams rather than your own? Do you stifle your own desires in favor of someone else's? Your dreams, needs, and desires matter just as much as anyone else's, even more so because they are waiting patiently within your heart, waiting for you to find the time and space to bring them to life. I'm seeing a pattern here. It's like this. I think there might be something to this universal stuff. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it a bunch of hooey? So let's look at our future card. It is Pegasus. Break free, dear one. Spread wide and far, for you aren't containable. You are limitless. This is our future, remember? Pegasus, number 30. So based on our present situation in these cards, where we are right now, if we continue on this trajectory, this is where we could end up. All right. Pegasus. I'll hold it up to you guys in a second. Let me just, oh, what was it? 30? 30. Expanding beyond limitations. I'll read it again because it says it in here. Break free, dear one. Spread wide and far, for you aren't containable. You are limitless. You are on the cusp of an expansion, and there's limitless potential for where you can go from here. A new journey is upon you, and while you don't know where this journey will lead, you are willing to take the first step towards what may be one of the most important moments of your life. It doesn't matter if you don't feel ready just yet, as Pegasus is here to catch you as you step off the cliff. You will be guided to the right resources and opportunities, teachers and companions at just the right time when you need them. Drawing the Pegasus card is your sign that now is the time. But do be mindful to approach the journey with an open mind and heart. This is your time to experiment and explore through the eyes of wonder, and you will fall into the arms of things you've never thought were possible. Don't overthink it. Oh, don't overthink things, and say yes as often as you can. No choice is a mistake, and no experience will be wasted. Pegasus is also a good sign for marriage or welcoming a new baby, for surely both are new, uncharted adventures. Well, we know neither of those things are coming my way, not out of this belly. But this means a lot to me because I've talked to you guys, I think about it last week too, that I'm like, I know things are just getting in order in the house, and I just feel like it is like my next step somehow in life, is coming my way. So this, I resonate with all of these emotionally, completely. I get it. So if you had time to think of what your question was or not, then, oh, I can hold them all up. So those are 3 from the Seasons of the Witch, Beltane. And I will take pictures of them and put them in the comments underneath. And then we had Altar first, and then Cinnamon, and then Belle. And I know these are backwards on Facebook, but when I put this on YouTube, they'll be the right way. And the picture that I put in the comments will be the right way as well. So these are from the Comfy Cozy Witch, which these ones I bought, like, I don't mind sharing any of them with you guys, but I bought these ones specifically for me anyway. So if you don't resonate as much with these ones, I get it, but I'm really excited to work with these ones because I love the idea of a Comfy Cozy Witch. So we did a lot today, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed themselves, whether you're watching this live or not. And I hope that you guys like that I wore a hat today because, and my sister Tina is watching. This is totally a hat that she would wear, but I have so many hats. And the other day, Granddad was wearing a baseball cap, and Jackson wanted a hat like Granddad's, but we didn't have any that would fit his little head. So I was like trying to find the smallest ones that I could. And these ones were, this is one of them. But then I thought, oh, I need to, like, you know, and then this half plait and messy hair is from my shower yesterday. Although, after my workout today, I'm going to have another shower, but I won't do my hair. But that's what's going on with this look. But yeah, so I'm excited. Day 15 of working out, 30 days till Canada. The sun has been shining, still a bit chilly outside some days, but, trying to get out there. Can't complain when I'm talking to Canadians who their spring is just around the corner. But yeah, I'm still getting things done in the house too, writing letters still. So that's exciting. I received a letter from my cousin yesterday, my cousin Erin. So Erin, if you're watching, I got your letter and I will write back to her. And yeah, just life is pretty darn good. So no complaints here. Regular week, art class, babysitting. There's a play coming up. We haven't bought tickets to that, like the plays that we go to every couple months. And then also, Erica is going to be done college soon, and her final play, because she wants to be a drama teacher, her final play is coming up as well. Yeah, so that's very exciting stuff happening. You know, for May and June, it's obviously Beltane. We talked about that, but coming up in May and June is time for lots of people who have kids, whether college age or, you know, younger. The end of the school year, for a lot of us is at this time of year. So yeah, just what to do. Anyways, go get your stuff. Out in the garden, out in nature, if the snow is melted or whatever, or just go to the craft store and make yourself a maypole for May 1st. And also the besom, make yourself a little besom to do a bit of cleaning. I see that Steve, oh, I can't read what he wrote. Where's my glasses? I need my glasses to find where I put my glasses. Oh, Steve don't tell me what day, because I'm trying to do that, you know, for when I get famous. I'm trying not to tell people where we'll be on what day, because if I make it a habit now, just in case I become popular, then I'll be in the habit already of not saying, hey, we're going to be at this place at this time, you know, and then get a stalker or something. So, Steve says we do have tickets for the other Bronte, which is the play that's coming up. So that is coming up, and I can tell you that it's before next Sunday that we're going to that. Anyways, yeah, we have been here for a while now, so I will see you guys next week. I hope that you liked that I actually had things planned for today, and I love you guys. So have a great week, and we'll see you later. Oh, guys, wait, stop. We need to do question 7 real quick. Real quick, question 7, loving my life, end of life planning. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch some of my old lives, because I won't go over all of it now. I'm just going to give you the question. We're on question 7, which is, what songs / music do you want played at your funeral / celebration of life? What song would you want people to listen to and think of you after you're gone? And then I wrote mine in there. So whether you're having a funeral or anything after, is there a specific song that you want people to, you know, listen to and think about you? Or is there songs that you want played at your funeral or your burial or any part of that type of stuff? That's what your question is for this week. Once I post this, I will post the question up as well. And if you want all the questions, let me know. I have them all written out. So far, we have like 34, I think. And yeah, so I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next week.